Hey guys, what's going on? This is Ken Cloutier with Get Motivated for Success, coming at you from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And I want to help you out if you've ever shared your opportunity and the prospect said, well, I want to think about it. I'm sure you've probably gotten it before. I know I got it hundreds of times early on in my network marketing career. I just finished sharing the opportunity. I would say something like, what's your favorite part about it? And they'd say, well, it looks good, but I really want to go home and I want to think about it. Now, what I want you to understand is typically when somebody says they want to think about it, it usually means they want to do their research. It's kind of intertwined. So what I want to do is share with you a little bit of the psychology and how to actually overcome this. Now, I was taught this how to overcome this particular objection by one of my mentors, Ray Higdon, and after he taught this to me, my sponsoring went up, everything changed. And it's a very simple thing to do, but it's more the mindset that I want you to understand tonight. So, real quick, if somebody tells you, well, looks good, but I want to think about it. I want to, talk it over with my wife or husband, or whatever they say, right? Something to the effect of, I want to think about it, or I want to do my research. What he says to do is to literally, basically agree with them. You might say, well, hey, I totally understand. In fact, take as much time as you need to do to think it over, to do that research. There's probably 100, 200 different videos about this opportunity online. I recommend watching every single one of those. Take as much time as humanly possible that you need. Now, when I first heard that, and you may be thinking this too, that is absolutely crazy, because what I was taught is to start, saying, well, what is there to think about? Do you want to think about learning to make more money, or do you want to learn how to get thinner? Or, something to that effect. I'd throw benefits at them of my opportunity. And what you actually do when you start throwing benefits to somebody that's already sort of pulling away, you're managing, you're basically pushing them away even further. So what he talks about is managing the conversation, right? Managing the energy of the conversation. So you basically mirror people. If they say, I need to think about it, you say, hey, no problem. No problem. Take as much time as you want, right? Because you're managing the energy. What do most network marketers do when somebody says, for example, here's an illustration that he showed. This is great. So here's you, the recruiter, right? The network marketer. Here's the prospect. And when the prospect says something like, oh, I want to think about it. Let me think about it a little bit. They're basically pulling away, right? It's not a I want to do it, it's I want to think about it. So they're pulling away. And what he says as the network marketer, what you need to do is, hey, no problem, do as much research as you want to do. You pull away as well, right? You manage the energy of the conversation. You don't do what a lot of network marketers do. Somebody says, I want to think about it, and a lot of network marketers say, well, what is there to think about? What do you want to make money, or do you want to be thinner? Do you want to save more money? Don't you know that this business is, this company is $1 billion company? Don't you know this is the best compensation plan? And then after you've continued to hammer them with the benefits, they're actually moving far away, and 9 times out of 10 they're running away. Okay? So what he says is to manage the energy, and what you do is, I got to think about it. Hey, no problem, take as much time as you want to. In fact, take 3 to 6 months to do it if you need to, because right now I'm looking for people that want to run hard, that want to make a lot of money, that are coachable, that don't want to just stick their big toe in the water, but that want to come out and crush it and really make some serious money in the opportunity. So now what you've done is you've pulled away as well. And what you'll find, the psychology of it, is a lot of times the prospect will actually lean back to you and say, well, can you explain it to me again? I really wasn't quite sure about such and such. Or, yeah, I really do want to make some money, so what exactly do I need to be doing? You see, so now they're going to come back to you because you pulled away. It's a takeaway. Because you pulled away and you didn't try and force it down their throat. Now you pull away and just say, hey, you know what? This may go ahead and think about it. Do whatever you need to do to make sure it's the right decision, because I want to make sure that you get in with the right mindset. I don't want somebody to get in my business that really doesn't know if they should be in my business or not. I'm looking for people that want to run right now. Now all of a sudden they're going to be like, well, you know what? Actually, I do want to make a lot of money, and can you explain to me that compensation plan again? I really wasn't clear on it. So now you have the person coming back to you, and you are in control of the conversation. You see the difference there? The the tendency is for people to want to shove it down their throat and say why they should do it. Another example has been, and I've used this before, is when people say, well, oh, I've heard of these things before, these things are scam, they don't work. Hey, you know what, if that's your thought process, this probably isn't for you, right? Same type of thing. Instead of saying, oh no, it's not a pyramid, it's not a scam, this is why, and you continue to shove it down their throat of why it's legit, why it's a great business, why they should be in business, you'd be really good at this. No, you take it away. You say, hey, you know what, if that's your thought process, this probably isn't for you. Oh, well, and then they go further. Oh, well, I know a lot of friends that have gotten in this and they got ripped off, they didn't make any money. Hey, listen, I totally understand what you're saying, I hear you. I don't think this is for you. I don't think you should get in business with me. You pull away again. And then 9 times out of 10, what you're going to find is they're going to come back and they're going to say something like, well, but how is this different? Or explain that to me again. Explain that compensation to me again. And you'll have people actually coming back to you that were initially pulling away. It's all about managing the energy of the conversation. It's mirroring people. It's not trying to convince or talk people into it. Because I got to be honest with you, I don't want people getting involved in business with me that really shouldn't be in business, that aren't really sold out on being in business with me. Because I'm going to take time, I'm going to take money, I'm going to pour into them, I'm going to coach them, I'm going to share with them. So why would I do it with somebody that really is kind of half in and half out? I'd rather take my time, skills, and ability and share it and help people that truly want my help, that want to be in business, that are excited about being in business, not somebody that I had to drag into business with me. The last point I want to make is when you do a takeaway, you have to mean it. You have to mean it. You can't, they're pulling away, you do the takeaway, but you don't really mean it, and then there's this delay, and you say, but you know what, prospect, you would be really good at this opportunity. With your personality, I think we could really help you make a lot of money. That now you're going back into the shoving it down their throat. So when you take it away, really sincerely mean it. Have no emotional attachment. Hey, you know what? I think you should do all the research that you can humanly possibly do. Do all the research that you want to do till you feel secure. Watch all the videos, read all the negative comments, read all the positive comments. Do all of that, and you can get back to me if you decide you want to join. Take it away. Have absolutely no emotional connection as to whether they get in business or not. And you will find that you're going to get a lot of prospects that are going to come back your way, that are going to want you to explain a little bit more. They were just maybe too ashamed to say, I didn't understand the compensation plan. And you will find that you're going to sponsor more reps doing it that way, managing the energy of the conversation versus throwing benefits at somebody that's already leaning away from you. I hope this helped. If you would like to get more training like this, I have a great training series that Ray Higdon did that I learned a lot of this from, and I'm going to offer this to you. All you have to do is click the link above this video, put your name and information into the fields, and I'm going to give you access to a free training that he did. And if you really like that free training that he gives and you want to learn the specifics about the things that I just taught now, you're going to have an opportunity to pick up the same exact program that my wife and I use, where we learned all of the ways to handle objections. It is absolute money, and you want to get your hands on it. So with that, I am done. This is Ken Cloutier signing out from Fort Lauderdale, Florida with Get Motivated for Success. Have an awesome day, guys. See you on the next video. Take care.